Okay, well, welcome to lunchtime. Decided to try a little something different here. Eat lunch, read the news, and talk to you. Today I wanted to talk about the fact that your world's falling apart, and badly, and you know, it's crazy. I have a difficult time. Well, I should probably reintroduce myself and whatnot, since this is a new effort. You know, just sitting here while I eat with talking with you. But briefly, my name is Mike Wolf. I'm disabled. Not really. I consider myself to, well, technically I'm an American, but culturally I am not. I'm anything but. The reason for that is that I was born with gifts. Well, I wasn't born with gifts. I was raised in a way that accidentally fostered my intellectual gifts. And when I got into second grade, I was so much smarter than everyone else that the teachers put me up on the outside of the corner of the classroom. And of course, out on the playground, people didn't take to that too well, and I got bullied. So, you know, second through fifth grade is when I was bullied, and that's when you learn social skills. So I learned shit for social skills. So I never really got to be part of American culture. You know what? Fucking glad. I do not like what I see. American culture is a culture of the brain dead. Whatever enjoyment in life whatever you get out of enjoyment, you know, however you enjoy life, it's by a way that's dictated to you, either by popular media, by friends and family, or some subculture, whatever. None of you knows how to enjoy himself. Original means, you know, you just, oh, I want to have fun, so I must select from these categories that are given to me by the media or my friends or whatever. You don't think for yourselves, so you don't act for anybody, or you don't think for anybody but yourselves. Or you don't think for yourself, you don't think about anybody but yourself when you do think. It's just awful. I mean, I just can't believe how bad this country is, and the fact that nobody else sees it. The movie The Matrix provides a good metaphor for what's going on. Maybe people are so ingrained in the system that you can't see that there's anything else. You can't see beyond the system, you know. I get this all the time, and then don't you deny it. Don't you even think of denying that you think in terms of the system, that you can't see past the system. So I get shit on because I exist outside of the system. I think outside of the system. And anything I do and anything I say is on that perspective. And you judge me, you chastise me, you bully me, you fuck with me, you try and hurt me, attack me, you're violent towards me, just because I don't act within the confines of the system? I'm a human being, not an American. I am a human being first. You are an American first. You are defined by American culture. And that's sad. Anyway, that's something I wanted to do. I'm going to try and do this. Let's pick a random city. Let's go St. Louis, Missouri. Let's go newspaper. Obituary. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to read a random obituary from a random city in America. My point here is that every human being that dies is equally important to any other human being that dies. Just as any other human being is equally important to any other human being that's alive. Actions may differ, but the people and their importance never changes. It's all equal. Everybody has a potential to contribute as much as anybody else to the society. So we should take care to, let's pick a random name here. James D. Slayton. Oh wow, we got one here right here. Christine Kane Weaver. See if we get a full obituary here. This is from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. It says, Christine Kane Weaver, 55, passed away on Friday, March 22nd, 2013. She is survived by her husband, William Scotty Smith, son and his wife. This is all from Greenville, North Carolina. And their father, Stephen Ray Bruckner of Westfield, North Carolina. Parents, James Jasper and Nancy Wash Weaver of Columbia, Missouri, and sisters Jan and her husband, Jim Carroll of Columbia, Missouri, Lynn Weaver of St. Louis, Missouri, Nancy Beth Johnson and husband, Randy of Columbia, Missouri. Chris was a native of St. Louis, Missouri, received a B.S. in horticulture from the University of Missouri and a master's in industrial technology from East Carolina University. She was working on a Ph.D. at the time when she was diagnosed with frontotemporal degeneration in 2008. Oh man. Chris moved to Greenville in 1986 and was employed at the East Carolina University as liaison for learning platforms and ITS teaching and learning division. She worked to help start the Greenway in Greenville and received the Governor's Volunteer Award in 1996 for her work with literacy volunteers in Pitt County. She loves sewing Halloween costumes for kids, gardening, shopping, travel, learning about people and new things, and Easter egg hunts. She abhorred Bradford pears, sweet gums, and injustice. Chris accepted her diagnosis with composure and courage and retained a wicked sense of humor until the last weeks of her life. Our remembrance will be held at 1 p.m. on Saturday the 30th at Green Springs Park on East 5th Avenue. And a celebration of her life will follow at 3 p.m. at the Tipsy Teapot. Sensible shoes and bright colors are encouraged in lieu of flowers. Memorable contributions may be made to Friends of Greenville Greenways, literacy volunteers. Let's see, that's about it. If you want to give her your online condolences, it's wilkerson.funeralhome.com. WILKERSON funeralhome.com, all one word, of course. It's interesting. She had frontotemporal, what's it called? Degeneration. That's a terrible condition. I know what that's like. I have similar symptoms anyway. Anyway, she was an important woman. Just as important as anyone else. Pardon me, I'm eating. Deal with it. She contributed, according to her obituary, contributed something. She was working on her PhD. Admirable. FTD, what a name. Frontotemporal degeneration is a disease process that results in progressive damage to the anterior, temporal, and frontal lobes of the brain. It causes a group of brain disorders that share many clinical features. Hallmark of FTD is gradual progressive decline in behavior and or language that often has a relatively young age at onset, but has been seen as early as 21 and late as 80. As the disease progresses, it becomes increasingly difficult for people to plan or organize activities, behave appropriately in social or work settings, interact with others, and care for oneself, resulting in increasing dependency. wow. Huh. Anyway. So yeah, that's lunch.